we're going to switch now to Lebanon, show you just a few operations from Lebanon. Past 3 weeks. This is an Al-Mas top attack anti-tank missile. I've described this to you before. This is a captured weapon. This weapon was captured during the 2006 war, reverse engineered in Iran, and then sent down sent to Iran to be reverse engineered and created the Al-Mas. And this is it being fired on the Golani Brigade just across the border west of 𝐓𝐡𝐞 in South Lebanon. A direct hit, and they're going to fire a second one here as well. So something that we don't see in the Palestinian situation is something we are seeing by Hezbollah. Double tap attacks are very effective. We can go to the next one. Tomorrow 21 is this is a Apache helicopter getting chased by a drone that it can't find, and this drone is on its way to target Netanyahu's villa north of Tel Aviv. And it's just to give you a sense of the drones versus Israeli Air Force capabilities. There's no sirens until the very end of this, and the helicopter can't shoot it out of the air, despite the fact the helicopter being right there. This drone, we know now, we knew on the day on Saturday that Israel, that Benjamin Netanyahu's bedroom was hit at his villa. He wasn't there, but we know that villa was hit. And Israel waited 4 days to let the censor know. We could do number 22 is another angle of that drone flying through Palestine. And this week, people are talking all week about how these drones. Yesterday, the Israelis were chasing these drones for half an hour and couldn't find the drone. The drone finally landed, and Israel still couldn't find where it is. So the drones are still vexing the Israeli aerial defense array. Number 23 is an improvement in, these are ballistic missiles. These are the first time we've seen Hezbollah use short-range ballistic missiles. This is a game-changing weapon that is precision-guided with a 400-kilogram warhead, 250-kilometer range. You can see there it's a qualitatively different rocket, and this has been fired on military positions in Tel Aviv. And over the last week, Hezbollah operations went from 17 to 21 to 25 to 28 to 39 yesterday. There's no indication that the decapitation of their leadership has done anything to the rocket firing. Israel says 70% of the rockets have been knocked out. There's no indication of that. They still fire 4 times more rockets today than they did before Israel's 3-week war began. Is this 24? 24 are 24 Nasser ones. These are this is something Nasrallah's talked about for a long time. These are precision guided kits that are being added to their previous rocket artillery. So these are Fadi rockets that I introduced you to a few weeks ago. These are Fadi rockets with precision guided kits added to them. And this is an upgrade to be using them. They use them the first time this week. They claim they have a 5-meter hit rate, success rate, aim zone within 5 kilometers. This is against the Lid IDF base, and you can see the soldiers there outside the base. And one more here, we have a new rocket artillery, number 25. This is interesting because this will be used should the Israelis actually advance into Lebanon. They haven't done that yet. They're still in the first villages. They haven't taken first villages. They're not pushing deep into Lebanon at this point. But this is a fragmentation artillery rocket, which is interesting to be used. And it's designed by Hezbollah. All 3 of the rockets I just showed you are designed by Hezbollah. And this is a fragmentation warhead that covers 35 meters with fragmentation pellets, 5,000 pellets per rocket. And the range is 3 kilometers. So they fire these as an anti-personnel weapon. If the soldiers are advancing up the high mountains, you fire down with this weapon. It's very effective. And then just one last look at Iraq, because the Islamic resistance in Iraq has been carrying out drone attacks, usually about 4 a day. The Israelis get maybe half of them. They're aimed primarily at Eilat, the port at Eilat. They're aimed at the Golan Heights. They're aimed at military installations in the Jordan Valley. And the Islamic resistance in Iraq is now doing these consistently. They're marking these drones as drones for Nasrallah, drones for Sinwar, drones for the Lebanese people, drones for the Palestinians in Jabalia. And they're launching these drones, and the Israelis have to answer to these every day. This is what it sounds like. A drone launched from Iraq at Israel was shot down by Israeli air defenses near the southernmost city of Eilat. A second drone hit in an open area. They never seem to get both drones. They get one of the drones. And we know that these drones from the Iraqi resistance have made it through and hit bases in the Golan. So to have this multi-front war is happening in a consistent way, in a way that it wasn't previously to these past 3 weeks or month or so. Really, when the war escalated in Lebanon, was the moment of the Islamic resistance in Iraq really getting involved, sort of meeting the call by Ansar Allah in Yemen. Here you see for Sinwar, they're launching for Sinwar already. So remarkable operations this week. And that is the resistance report from, one more from Lebanon and from the south of Gaza, and a lot of material this week because the battles are fighting hard amid the brutal crimes of the Israelis.